McGregor is due to fight Logan Paul in India for $250 million each. $500 million. Wow. There is nothing that makes sense about this.
So now you may be asking yourself, okay, how is this possible?
Wasn't Logan and Floyd pretty close?
It's all three here. It's all three here.
In a recent video shared by Logan Paul, a fiery exchange took place between him and Conor McGregor, sparking new talks about the possibility of a boxing match between the two. This interaction has reignited interest in the idea of a potential exhibition fight, with fans and experts alike debating whether the two big personalities will ever face off in the ring. The intense back and forth between Logan and Conor has only added fuel to the fire, making many wonder if the match could become a reality in the near future.
What did you think the best course of action was for that?
You were giving all this stain and this stain and that. You're control with the WWE as well. But don't be giving all this make it snip.
I didn't hear the last 5 seconds.
That was in the air for us. Yes, bring it home for me.
It's 8 a.m.
It sounds like you're referencing a moment from Donald Trump's inauguration where Conor McGregor reportedly confronted Logan Paul, Jake Paul, and KSI. That must have been a pretty intense interaction. McGregor is known for his bold personality and trash talking, but this situation definitely adds some drama to the mix. Do you know if this encounter led to any further beef or public fallout between them, or was it just a brief moment?
This is the real deal, yeah? You know that, bro. So look here, we'll do it. You couldn't do what? 190, 195 I can do it now. He was sick. He was sick. Oh, listen, here's the deal. So I'm going to slap the head out the two U's and KSI. U's are mixers to me. You understand that? Side job.
During a conversation, Conor McGregor mentioned that beating the Paul brothers was only his second goal. In response, Logan Paul sarcastically questioned McGregor's ability to even accomplish his first goal if he was already focusing on a second one.
You can't even do your main job. How you gonna do a side job?
Simmer down, boys.
Yo, it's crazy being on a bus with you. There's a dolly, bro. You're going through a window.
This recent interaction has fueled growing rumors and excitement about a potential showdown between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul. Fans and experts alike are now buzzing with speculation, wondering if these two high-profile figures might face off in the ring. The conversation surrounding this possible fight has definitely picked up steam, leaving many to question whether McGregor, known for his MMA career, will go head-to-head with Paul, who has gained attention for his boxing ventures.
Interesting bus ride to the inauguration here. couple best friends.
I'm gonna kill him. This is how you make deals.
Your hands off Pam.
Yo, that's crazy. That's my mom.
You can't say you're gonna rip somebody's head off and then not throw a punch.
Reports are now suggesting that Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are in discussions for a boxing match to take place in India. If the deal goes through, the two fighters could each earn a massive payout, potentially reaching as much as $250 million. This has sparked even more excitement among fans, as the prospect of such a big money fight gains traction.
Step away from WWE for a second to go do, but
UFC President Dana White has shut down these rumors, making it clear that Conor McGregor's next fight will take place in the UFC octagon.
Is Conor McGregor ever going to fight again for you?
Eventually.
Okay.
Is he going to fight against maybe Logan Paul?
No.
In India? KSI in India?
No. Hopefully Conor McGregor returns in the fall.
Okay.
Of this year.
The guy's telling me his hand is bouncing back towards us after every shot.
Logan Paul believes that Conor McGregor is trying to pressure Dana White into approving their boxing match because of its potential to bring in a lot of money. Logan said, "I think he's trying to push Dana into making it happen because McGregor is tied to the UFC. He can't just fight without their approval."
250 million, Rob. I get it. 250 million, bro. I gotta take that.
I'll go with you.
Unless, if Nick Khan matches that, I'll stay in the WWE.
Logan, so the fight with Connor's not going to happen? You don't think? I don't know. He's owned by Dana.
Oh boy. Oh.
Do you think that fight with Connor's going to happen?
He's owned by the UFC. He won't do it.
He won't do it?
The possible fight between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul has sparked a lot of interest because of their very different professional backgrounds. McGregor, a former UFC featherweight and lightweight champion, is known for his strong striking and his larger-than-life personality. His success in mixed martial arts has made him one of the biggest names in the sport. Amir Khan, a former world champion boxer, thinks McGregor's size and strength could give him the upper hand, especially if the fight happens in a heavier weight class. Khan mentioned, McGregor has the power, and if they fight at a catchweight, he could push Logan around. On the other hand, Logan Paul made a name for himself in the world of YouTube, building a massive following through his online content. He later transitioned into combat sports, participating in notable boxing matches, including an exhibition bout with Floyd Mayweather Jr. While Logan doesn't come from a traditional fighting background, his athleticism and commitment to training have earned him a lot of attention.
I would love to do a UFC fight. Man, who the hell are you gonna fight, bro? Who do you want me to fight, Mike? Maybe Conor or something like that. It would have to be like right now, like straight off a binge.
He's actually hungover when he shows up.
Yes, Roadhouse movie promoting Conor.
To come, but guys, tell me his hand is bouncing back towards us after every shot.
Brendan Schaub recently pointed out the huge financial gap between the upcoming Conor McGregor vs. Logan Paul boxing match and the heavyweight showdown between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Schaub was shocked that McGregor and Paul are expected to earn more individually than Usyk and Fury combined. He highlighted how much spectacle and celebrity have come to dominate modern combat sports, shifting the focus from pure competition to entertainment and big paydays.
$250 million is more than Tyson and Usyk combined, not even close. For just Conor will make more than Usyk and Fury made combined. And that's boxing at the highest level.
Brendan Schaub recently pointed out the striking difference in earnings between the upcoming Conor McGregor vs. Logan Paul boxing match and the heavyweight battle between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. Schaub was surprised that McGregor and Paul are expected to make more money each than both Usyk and Fury combined. He emphasized how much modern combat sports have shifted towards spectacle and celebrity, where entertainment and big paydays are becoming more important than the competitive aspect.
My only concern too is if Conor doesn't take this serious, and like kind of moseys in, he's partying, you know, I think he up. That's what's interesting to me. Now if it's prime Conor, Logan might get pieced up. At one point you gotta get up to Paul brothers. One fought Mike Tyson, the other's fighting Conor McGregor. I don't know how you feel about it. It's pretty cool.
A fight between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul would definitely mix the worlds of traditional combat sports and entertainment. Critics believe such a matchup focuses more on the spectacle than actual athletic merit, which could harm the credibility of professional fighting.
2024, what I want to see less of? Less influencer fights, more real fights, anything with as little Paul brothers as possible. But it looks like they're trying to float their way back into relevance. There is word on the street about Logan Paul taking on Conor McGregor, looking like a little bit of a money grab. Hopefully that show doesn't happen. Imagine if Logan Paul drops Conor McGregor or puts him down or something like that. It's just like, oh my god. Conor McGregor has been partying for the last 3-4 years, right? It wouldn't even be a small percentage of the old Conor McGregor, right guys?
We've all been around, combat sports for a long time. When a fighter continues to laugh.
Supporters of the matchup argue that it could bring a new wave of fans, sparking fresh excitement in the sport. In a potential boxing match, Logan Paul is expected to have a notable weight advantage over Conor McGregor. Paul typically fights around 200 pounds, while McGregor's usual weight is much lighter. This difference in weight could be a key factor in determining the outcome of the fight.
I would like to fight Conor. I think it'd be really cool.
Do you think you're too big for him?
I could cut to 185, and he's.
But size-wise, Conor was most effective at 145.
But we'll always come back to, like, he's a professional fighter, I'm a YouTuber, and so that's supposed to be the give and take of it. Like, why would I, a YouTuber who's own one, have any business beating the great Conor McGregor?
Sion Ali shares his surprise at the possibility of a Conor McGregor vs. Logan Paul fight, drawing a comparison between Paul's performance against Floyd Mayweather and McGregor's own bout with Mayweather. While Ali recognizes that Paul showed some unexpected skill against Mayweather, he also points out that McGregor had a tough time in the later rounds of his fight with the boxing legend.
I don't want to say no way, because all the crazy fights we've already seen, but I just can't imagine that happens. I don't know why Conor would... Dude, wasn't Logan and Floyd pretty close? Logan and Floyd was pretty close.
Yes.
Logan's a big... Floyd, the best boxer in the world, is somewhat close. I'd have to rewatch. I might sound a complete idiot, because I feel like rewatching it, I was like, damn, Logan did... And then Floyd pieced up Conor a little bit.
It's affecting him.
Absolutely.
There's Jake Paul, his brother, looking in. Jimmy Shelton in corner.
On his show, Shaggy talked with Ali about Conor McGregor's current physical condition, suggesting that McGregor might not be in the same peak shape he once was. He compared McGregor's potential weight to Logan Paul's build, implying that Paul might actually be a tougher opponent than many expect.
And we always think of the old Conor too. Conor's walking around, it looks like he's a solid 185, probably 190. When we saw Logan, when we were at Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, he said he weighed 190 pounds. Yeah. 190 pounds. He wasn't near as stacked as you're used to seeing him in the WWE. He is tall. I think that's a competitive fight.
A lot of martial arts and things of that nature, but boxing, he's never done this before.
While expressing his doubts about the likelihood of a boxing match between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul, O'Malley shifted his focus to what he truly hopes to see from McGregor. He imagines McGregor returning to the UFC with a spectacular knockout, showcasing his trademark aggression. O'Malley said, "I would love to see Conor come back, walk out, land a left hand, and just jump on the cage." The financial side of the potential fight is hard to ignore. High-profile exhibition bouts have shown how much money can be made by crossing over into mainstream entertainment, drawing in both dedicated fans and casual viewers. With someone as well-known as McGregor involved, the economic potential is massive. The buzz around such an event would be huge. However, there are obstacles. McGregor still has contractual ties with the UFC, and Dana White has already dismissed the idea of the fight, indicating the UFC might not want to support an exhibition match, especially one that could interfere with McGregor's commitments to the organization. The massive $250 million purse being offered to each fighter highlights the scale of this event, with McGregor potentially earning as much as he did from his iconic 2017 boxing match against Floyd Mayweather. Mike Magic recently spoke about Logan Paul's career and mindset. He acknowledged Logan's accomplishments in both boxing and WWE but emphasized that Logan's true drive lies in proving himself as a legitimate fighter. Magic encouraged Logan to embrace his competitive spirit, recognizing his athletic ability and willingness to take on tough challenges.
I may have had my day with Logan Paul the boxer. I like Logan Paul the WWE star. I like Jake Paul the boxer. But Logan, in his eyes, in his mind, is a fighter. And I think he still wants to show the world that. Let him show it. Let him show it. You know, I mean, he's certainly, as we know, super athletic. And he wants smoke. So let's see if he can do it. I don't know.
And let's be honest, striking in MMA has not been his strong suit. So that's why there's so many questions.
Mike Magic discussed the important role of marketing and storytelling in building excitement around a fight, but he also emphasized how significant the Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor matchup would be on its own. He pointed out that big events like this naturally draw attention because of their size and impact. Magic said, "There's a lot in the marketing and the whole storyline behind it, but it's a huge fight." He went on to explain why this potential fight could be even bigger than Logan Paul's previous match against Floyd Mayweather. He argued that the rivalry between McGregor and Paul would take it to another level, as both are polarizing figures with strong personalities. The fact that they come from different countries, combined with their controversial public images, would attract a huge global audience.
It's a huge Logan Paul, Conor McGregor is a huge fight. You saw what happened with Logan and Floyd, and I think this is even bigger. Anytime you put two countries against each other, two people that are either hated or loved or talked about or controversial, you put those people face to face, people are going to watch that fight.
In the leopard print, Logan Paul in the pink prime.
Recently, Conor McGregor's actions have raised concerns about his focus and discipline. Boxing coach Teddy Atlas has warned that McGregor could be heading down a self-destructive path, similar to the one followed by Mike Tyson. Atlas points out that McGregor's inactivity, injuries, and ongoing controversies are taking a toll on his physical abilities. Wade Plens, the host of the popular YouTube channel The W Concept, shared his thoughts on the possible boxing match between McGregor and Logan Paul. While discussing it, Plens expressed surprise at Logan Paul being the opponent McGregor seems to want to fight. He pointed out that both Jake Paul and KSI have been calling out McGregor for the past 5 or 6 years, so it's unexpected that McGregor would choose Logan Paul instead. Plens couldn't believe McGregor's decision, especially considering the past criticism McGregor has made about influencer boxing and exhibition matches. He said it was almost shocking because McGregor had often spoken out against these types of fights, making his choice of opponent seem contradictory to his earlier statements. Plens also noted that McGregor's career in the UFC appears to be on the decline, which could make a loss to Logan Paul even more damaging for McGregor's future in the sport. Still, Plens believes that McGregor's main motivation for this fight is likely the huge financial rewards it offers.
But at the same time, Conor McGregor, I think everybody knows now, is on his last legs a little bit. Like, it's not the Conor McGregor of old. As much as Conor wants to say it, I don't know that we'll ever see him challenge for any titles in the UFC again. In fact, if he takes this Logan Paul fight, he may never fight in the UFC, period. Not because Conor isn't skilled and because he couldn't find some big matchups in MMA. Maybe he still doesn't have it like he did in 2016 or 2018 or 2020, like whatever. He could still have a name in the UFC and still be in some competitive fights.
Clemens wraps up his thoughts by stressing the huge financial incentives behind this possible fight. He points out the massive media attention and commercial opportunities that would come with it, suggesting that the huge potential earnings are a major reason McGregor might be interested in the matchup. He added that exhibitions like this one, similar to McGregor's fight with Floyd Mayweather, bring in enormous amounts of attention, and with the involvement of big names like the Paul brothers, the financial rewards will be off the charts. The news of a potential boxing match between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul has sparked a lot of debate. Critics are calling it a big-money spectacle with little competitive value, while supporters argue that it will be highly entertaining. Social media is buzzing with predictions, memes, and passionate discussions. Javier Mendez, coach of UFC fighter Islam Makhachev, shared his doubts about the legitimacy of the fight as a real combat sports event. While he acknowledges both McGregor and Logan Paul's appeal as entertainers and believes the match could be exciting, Mendez emphasized that it shouldn't be seen as a serious sporting contest. He feels it doesn't meet the standards expected of true professional combat sports.
They should do WWE. They're great entertainers. A real fight is no good. Remember when Logan Paul went with Mayweather, right? At least Jake's very technical. And that's the fight I'd rather watch, but not with Logan. That's a zero interest for me.
Michael Bisping, a former UFC middleweight champion, has shared his thoughts on a potential fight between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul, predicting that it could be both thrilling and dangerous. Bisping believes that both fighters have the power to knock out their opponent, which makes this fight high risk and high reward. He suggests there's a strong chance it could end quickly, with either fighter scoring a knockout.
Logan's with TKO, Conor's with TKO, that's the parent company of WWE and the UFC, so I can see a world where it goes down. Conor would destroy him if he was in shape.
Logan Paul's size advantage over Conor McGregor could play a big role in how the fight plays out. Weighing around 200 pounds, Paul is significantly heavier and taller than McGregor, who fights at a lower weight. This size difference could help even things out, depending on the specific rules and structure of the match. Stephen A. Smith has expressed doubt about McGregor's readiness to compete at the highest level in the UFC. He believes that while McGregor may look physically imposing, true fighting readiness involves more than just muscle. Smith pointed out that top fighters are always in a state of constant preparation for combat, a level of readiness he thinks McGregor is currently missing.
Obviously, I don't think he's ready to be back in the UFC. I think he will get his ass kicked thoroughly. Yep. These fighters are elite. They take this very seriously, and their definition of being in shape and ready to fight isn't bloating themselves up with muscles and looking good in the mirror. These brothers are ready to throw down.
What he's going to try to do is afterwards say, I would have beaten you in a real fight.
Stephen A. Smith also highlighted Michael Chandler's ongoing attempts to secure a fight with Conor McGregor as a sign of the limited high-profile matchups available to McGregor in the UFC. Smith pointed out that McGregor's recent string of losses in the octagon has played a role in this situation, leaving fewer top-tier opponents willing to face him.
And not only that, Michael Chandler has been calling him out forever. Desperately wants his hands on Conor McGregor because he knows that would be a big fight, obviously, and it's something that he wants, and that hasn't happened yet. We haven't seen Conor McGregor win a fight.
Former professional boxer Victor Martinez has weighed in on the potential boxing match between Logan Paul and Conor McGregor, predicting that Logan Paul will come out on top. Martinez believes that Paul's size and athleticism could give him a significant edge over McGregor in the ring.
Is anybody excited about this?
Oh, I have to say, well, Logan is definitely going to beat him. He has a longer reach. He's younger. He's healthier, less distractions. Conor's been, all the been going on, and last UFC fight, I think he broke his ankle or something.
Have you seen him in Roadhouse? He looks like he's been on coke.
Allegedly.
I didn't say that.
And this is where he needs to keep it if you're Logan Paul's in the middle of the ring. I think they both have what they need.
Stephen A. Smith has shared his thoughts on the potential boxing match between Conor McGregor and Logan Paul, acknowledging that while the fight offers plenty of entertainment value, it's different from other influencer boxing events. He recognized Logan Paul's athletic ability and his respectable performance against Floyd Mayweather. However, Smith pointed out that while McGregor is a skilled striker in the UFC, he is not a professional boxer. Smith expressed that he appreciates this fight because it's an exhibition, meaning it's meant to be more for entertainment than a serious competition. He compared it to Jake Paul, who trains with professional boxers and is almost considered a pro himself, unlike Logan Paul, who isn't quite at that level. Smith also believes that McGregor is better suited for exhibition bouts, like the one with Logan Paul, rather than returning to the high-stakes demands of top-tier UFC competition.
He's very athletic. When we saw him in the ring against Floyd Money Mayweather, he didn't make an awful showing for himself, all right? And Conor McGregor is not a boxer. He's a striker and a UFC MMA fighter. So when you look at it from that standpoint, something like this is reasonable from an entertainment perspective. If Conor got in the ring with a boxer or a UFC fighter, I would say I don't like it at all because he's going to get...
Former UFC referee John McCarthy has shared his thoughts on Conor McGregor's ability to adapt to a fight, noting that McGregor has previously had success bulking up to compete in higher weight classes. McCarthy mentioned this on the Weighing In podcast, but he also pointed out that there are still contractual issues that could stand in the way. He said, Conor learned how to bulk up, and he can do it again if he wants to, especially for a fight that could earn him $250 million. On his own YouTube channel, Byron World gave an interesting take on Jake Paul and Logan Paul. He expressed doubt about Logan Paul trying to copy Jake Paul's path to fame in the UFC, especially after Jake made waves by fighting Mike Tyson.
Regardless, there is a brotherly competition between the two of them on which one's going to have the bigger fight, the better career. I feel personally that every time Jake does something like he did with Mike Tyson, Logan feels, well, I'm super jealous and I need to do that too, or I need to do it better. It's weird from the outsider's perspective, but if you got...
Byron World suggested that the rivalry between Jake and Logan Paul might be fueled by jealousy, with both brothers wanting the fame and money that the other has gained.
Brothers, you kind of understand slightly. Ultimately, I think it's going to be Jake Paul. He moves the needle more. He's actually boxing, and he's more of a boxer than Logan Paul. Logan also... But I could also see Conor wanting to go with Logan because he's probably less of a...
In conclusion, while the idea of a Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul exhibition match is exciting and has the potential for huge financial rewards, there are several challenges to overcome. The mix of different professional backgrounds, the complexities of contracts, and concerns about the integrity of the sport all play key roles in determining whether this fight will actually happen. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Drop a comment below. And don't forget to like the video and share it with other boxing fans.